The Secret Service has a detail of around 20 to 30 agents for ex-presidents like Donald Trump. But this number can fluctuate depending on the situation. Let's take a look at the basic process of Secret Service protection and how it works. Closest to the principal, in this case Trump, are teams of around 5 to 7 highly trained Secret Service agents. In the 100-foot radius, that is the middle perimeter, there's usually a mix of Secret Service and local law enforcement. An armored SUV or limousine is also on standby within this middle perimeter, covering portions of the motorcade and any pre-event screening. In the outer perimeter, security largely falls to local law enforcement officers. In Butler, the building the shooter climbed was technically outside of the rally venue, and the Secret Service didn't sweep it. It fell through the cracks, which still falls to the Secret Service because it means nobody checked to ensure the plan was implemented correctly. But before we move ahead, let's map out the basic positions of all the parties involved. First, we have the former president's podium, and just beside him are 3 bleachers where a selected audience is seated. Behind them is the sniper team, which can be divided into north and south positions, located on 3 buildings. Sniper Team North is located on the first building, while on the third building you can find Sniper Team South. Almost sandwiched in between are these trees, which provided some cover from the Secret Service Sniper Team North. Finally, we have the shooter, who climbed from one of those ladders and selected this position to take out his target. This is what the shooter is likely using, a red dot sight with magnification. When ready, he squeezes the trigger, firing 3 bullets in a controlled manner. Let's map out each of the bullets in detail. Out of the 3 bullets fired, the first bullet hit Mr. Trump on the ear. This is the same round that also hit 2 audience member in Bleacher 3, rendering one of them in critical conditions. Let's move the camera to a top angle to show the line along which the bullet traveled. Next, 2 more bullets were fired. One of them hit a tractor, which was being used as a makeshift array for speakers. These rounds also hit a hydraulic lever, causing it to burst, almost dropping the speakers. The last 5 shots were probably fired in semi-automatic mode. One of these bullets sadly hit an attendee, and our condolences goes out to his family. In total, around 7 to 8 bullets were likely fired by the shooter. Here is a map of all the bullets fired to help you understand better. Everybody was complaining about the Secret Service sniper for taking 2 minutes to take out the shooter, but let's take a look from the sniper's point of view. First of all, we have these tree lines that could have obstructed the Sniper Team North, while the Sniper Team South had a clear line of sight. Here are 2 scenarios circulating on the internet. In scenario 1, the leaves and branches of the tree covered almost 90% of the shooter's entire position. However, for an experienced shooter, this would have been possible to manage. He might have fired the shot and took out the threat. Let's look at scenario 2. The distance from Sniper South to the shooter was around 600 to 700 feet. This is also a possible shot and can be accounted for by assuming that Sniper Team South took out the shooter from this range. When ready, he took his shot and fired his rifle with a 308 Winchester round, taking out the shooter. So maybe there was some miscommunication between the 2 teams regarding who should take out the shooter, resulting in a delay of around 2 minutes when the threat was detected on the roof. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Should the second sniper team reacted much faster? Let's compare the 2 weapons side by side. This is what the sniper probably used. We could divide it into several parts. This is the barrel, one of the most important parts, based on the Remington 700, a tried and tested hunting rifle. The scope and handle at the back, also called stock, can be configured according to your needs. It has an official effective range of 1,200 yards, which translates to 1,097.28 meters, though it is capable of making longer shots. As is based on the Remington 700, it can fire the .308 Winchester Magnum rounds and can also be mated with a 5-round magazine feed. While the AR-15, although much smaller, has an effective firing range of 500 yards. That is around 457 meters, which is within the former President Trump firing range. It uses a .223 Winchester bullet. Although highly effective, the sniper round is much larger and heavier. The advantage of having heavier bullets is their higher ballistic coefficient and greater penetration and velocity compared to the lightweight bullets as shown in these animations. We have here the corrected and verified timeline, from the moment Thomas Mueller Crook arrival to when the former president getting into his personal plane Trump Force One, all in the videos ahead. Thomas Mueller Crook parked his van on Lawrence Avenue. The van was also suspected of containing explosives. He got out and walked all the way to this bottling company plant, choosing the building on the right. He then climbed a ladder located there and made his way to the top of this slanted roof, also thought previously unsafe by the Secret Service director. At around 5:10, Crooks was first identified as a person of interest, and 5:30 Crooks was spotted with a rangefinder. 5:52 Crooks was spotted on the roof by the Secret Service. At 6:12 p.m. ET, Trump starts addressing his supporters and speaks for roughly 6 minutes before multiple gunfire erupts. Trump was in the middle of speaking when someone in the crowd was heard saying he's got a gun. As the video captured someone in the crowd repeating, on the roof, he's got a gun. It's here that 3 shots rang out. A pause and 5 more shots in rapid succession were heard. For some unknown reason, the shooter had a clear line of sight from an elevated level well-positioned as a sniper nest. Interestingly, a heavy-duty ladder was also located on the side. It might be a permanent fixture. He aimed with this AR-15, a semi-automatic rifle. At around 6:11, he aimed his sights on the former president and squeezed the trigger, releasing the bullet. At 6:11:34, Trump touched the right side of his face. At 6:11:35, Trump took cover as U.S. Secret Service agents rushed to the podium to surround him. From the top angle, this is what it looks like when replaying how the bullet missed Mr. Trump as he moved his head at the last millisecond. Interestingly, this bullet would have hit the former president if his head had been turned towards the audience as shown here in this visualization. "Get down, get down, get down," one of them said. As stated, the gunman was positioned outside the rally venue, approximately 400 to 500 feet away from where Trump was speaking. As discussed, the police sniper was located at this position. They were then alerted and started aiming at the suspected shooter. When ready, the bolt-action rifle bullet traveled a range of around 600 to 700 feet. However, this weapon can inflict damage at a range of around 1,200 to 1,300 yards. This is well beyond the shooter's 500 feet limit. At this moment, Trump remains low to the ground surrounded by agents, who could be heard on the rally microphone discussing which vehicle would be used to move the former president away from the scene. Seconds later, multiple agents say, "Shooters down." Law enforcement in tactical gear and rifles are now on the stage. A woman's screams are heard following the sound of another shot. Here's a transcript of the audio at the podium with Trump and Secret Service members. 6:11:41 p.m. Female agent, "What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going?" Man indistinctly yelling. 6:11:50. Gunshot, then woman screams. 6:11:58. Male agent 2. "Go around to the spare. Go around to the spare." Spare refers to a spare limousine or SUV. At 6:12 again, male agent 3 appears to say something like, "Move to the spare, hold, hold. When you're ready, on you." At 6:12:01, male agent 2 screams, "Ready." 6:12:02, male agent 3 shouts again, "Move." 6:12:03, male agent 2 screams, "Up." 6:12:03, male agent 3 says, "Move." 6:12:04, male agent 4. He shouts again, "Go, go, go." 6:12:06, male agent 2, "Hawkeye's here." Hawkeye is the code name for the counter-assault team. 6:12:06 again. Female agent 1, "Hawkeye's here, moving to the spare." 6:12:09, male agent 4, "Spare get ready, spare get ready." 6:12:10, male agent 2 says, "You ready?" 6:12:16 to 21, agents, "Shooters down, shooters down. Are we good to move?" 6:12:21, male agent, "Shooters down, we're good to move." 6:12:22, female agent, "Are we clear?" 6:12:23, agents, "We're clear, we're clear, we're clear." 6:12:23, male agent, "Let's move, let's move." Also, just a reminder, Trump is in a state of shock in these first few minutes after being shot. Trump says, "Let me get my shoes, let me get my shoes." Male agent speaks, "I got you, sir. I got you, sir." Trump again says, "Let me get my shoes." Another male agent says, "Hold on, your head is bloody." Male agent, "Sir, we've got to move to the car, sir." Trump says again, "Let me get my shoes." Female agent says, "Okay," before saying something about the shoe. 6:12:25, the agents prepare to move Trump off stage, but he tells them to wait. With blood dripping from his ear over a portion of his face, Trump lifts his fist in the air, prompting a loud cheer from the rally crowd, and mouths the word "fight" 3 times while pumping his fist. Some say this is kind of a gangster move by Trump, leaving a mark in the American history to never give up and fight. At 6:40, the former president was ushered to this black armored vehicle. This takes him to the nearest Butler Memorial Hospital, approximately 11 miles away. At 8:50 p.m., Trump left Butler Memorial Hospital. At 10:49, he arrived at the airport, where Trump Force One was waiting. This is probably a Boeing 757 plane. At 11:21, after a hold of just over 30 minutes, Donald J. Trump left the Pittsburgh Butler Regional Airport en route to New Jersey. In short, whether you hate him or love him, Trump, who is nearing in his 80s, can still hustle, is all I can say.